keep a picture today. We're at Urban Field on the north side of Sheboygan, where tonight the 1-6 North Raiders take on crosstown rival Sheboygan South. They come in at 2-5. Chris, neither team is making the playoffs. This will be our last game of the football season. But even that, it should be a competitive game.
I think it's going to be a very competitive game. You got two teams that both beat Green Bay East this year. You got a South team that played pretty good a week ago, but ended up losing a tough one. And you got Sheboygan North, who's playing their best football of the year. So why not play the last game of the year and play at your peaks for both squads?
Now, as we look at both squads, neither team runs the ball real well, but I think if North wants to be successful, they're going to have to run the ball a little bit and control it.
Yeah, last week, Danny Wild and TVC, Tyler Van Calligan, both ran the ball, better than they have all year, and you're going to have to do that. They got just a young quarterback and Jacob Schmidt there, but I think you're right. Both teams are going to try to run the football, but I think it's going to be coming down to big plays for both squads. And Sheboygan South's going to probably try to do it a little bit too. You got Ben Steen back from a bad ankle injury last week. There's no way Ben was going to miss tonight's game, and I'm so glad he's back in the lineup.
So is he. One thing that I think South does have over North is the passing game, and Taylor Gregory and Mitchell Martinez are a couple of big-time receivers for South. North can't quite match up to those two.
Yeah, I think that's one of the keys of the game. I got 3 points here. Number one was just what Marty mentioned, the South wide receivers versus the DBs of Sheboygan North. Something that South likes to do is wing it down the field. They'll go try to get Martinez to go out and get it, and Gregory's a good possession receiver as well as a good downfield catcher. Are the North DBs, who are pretty talented. You got TVC and you got Austin Morick and you got Aaron Peterson back there. That's going to be a great matchup. Let's watch. That's one of the keys. You're right, Marty.
Now let's take it down to the real basic thing, and that's defense. Teams win with defense. North has given up over 300 points, and their defense has not been very stout, although they look pretty good against East 2 weeks ago when we were here. South last week actually looked really good in that first half against Bayport.
Yeah, I think the key number two tonight, Marty's got all my keys here.
I'm just super tonight. Must be the last game of the year.
South's offensive line versus Sheboygan North's defensive line. I think if the big boys of South manhandles that line of North, then I think that really puts an upper hand on Sheboygan South. And then the third one is that...
Oh, come on, let me try and guess.
Next one is going to be turnovers tonight. Sheboygan South has had a tendency to turn the ball over way too many times, and that hurt them last week in a game that they could have won. And Sheboygan North, when they had their victory, they turned the ball over against East. So let's see. I believe whoever wins the turnover battle tonight is going to win the game.
All right, with that, we're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the kickoff for tonight's football game.
Local government, local educational institutions, and local community members all use cable access TV to communicate their message. They depend upon it as an affordable means of outreach. Public, educational, and government access television empowers local government agencies, individuals, and groups to use the media to speak directly to their constituents in a more direct and cost-effective way. Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local PEG channels.
When you're behind the wheel, always watch for people walking and biking. It's Wisconsin law to give bikes at least 3 feet when passing. In Wisconsin, the laws are the same for bicyclists and motorists. So if you bike, ride with the traffic and obey stop signs and lights. People ride bicycles to go places, get exercise, reduce pollution, save money, and have fun. Watch for people riding bikes when you're driving. Share and be aware. We're all responsible.
What if you could ignite your child's love of learning with one after-school program? What if that one program was easy and fun? Destination Imagination is the one. Destination Imagination has taught teamwork, creativity, and problem-solving for more than 25 years. A major university study showed our students are ahead of others in creativity and critical thinking. Learn more at startateam.org and make Destination Imagination the one for you.
Dude, I did the most shocking thing today. was just something I never thought I'd do.
Did your parents find out?
My mom cried.
What'd you do?
We're back at North High School, Urban Field, and the South High football team is being introduced as a squad. You see them come out to about midfield. Tonight is, as you can tell, Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and both teams wearing a lot of pink, and the cheering squads are in pink shirts. And here come the Raiders. They're being introduced as a team also. There you can see them. And we got the fireworks going off for the introduction of the teams. There apparently will be fireworks whenever North scores a touchdown. I don't think they'll be shooting them off for South scoring. And then post-game, there will be a fireworks display. Rick Rodell, one of the officials tonight. Rick does some umpiring in Sheboygan, a little bit for the A's. He's a pretty good referee.
From Manitowoc.
Yep.
Well, I'm excited, Marty.
I think this will be a real good football game, and I know you mentioned as one of your keys the turnovers, and you know, when you get a lot of turnovers, you know, it tends to be a sloppy game. I hope the boys play a more clean type of game and you know, keep it a little more settled down in that respect. You know, when you look out on the field, Chris, at the uniforms for North, and you look on your screen, that's definitely a different shade of blue. It's more dark blue when you're here.
That and the pink socks on both sides. It's pink out
yeah, we just
both sides of
that.
town, so that's kind of neat. And
you were late getting
socks.
here, so I mentioned it.
Yeah, oh, I had to stop for the national anthem. North's going to get the ball first.
Weston Nelson is the deepest of the deep backs. Also back there is Tyler Van Callaghan.
Tyler Van Callaghan, and
I was going to mention, I don't want to mention this again, at WSCSSheboygan.com you can watch these and many other sporting events that we've done over the last year. If you go to that WSCSSheboygan.com website, on the upper right-hand corner of the screen, there's a pull-down menu under Programming, and then you go to VOD Player, that's Video On Demand, and from there you can click different categories. One of them is Sports, and click on that, and you'll be able to, you see it on the screen, and you'll be able to get a lot of the broadcasts that we've done in the past. Now, you're going to get this message too late, but we're actually live streaming this game, and you can go there and watch games that we broadcast, starting with basketball, and be able to watch the games streaming live. All right, Huffman lines up for the kickoff. That was Connor Harrison, actually. Ball is taken by Nelson, and he's taken down inside the 20-yard line, Chris. Not a real good return that time.
Sheboygan North comes in on offense, 12th in the league. There's 404 yards on the ground, which is 11th, and passing is 11th. Sheboygan South on defense, they're last in the league on defense, so you got the worst offense against the worst defense, so something's got to break there.
Yeah, they did spot the ball right on the 20-yard line. Pitch out. Wild gets a good block, dragging tacklers, and gets to the 30 for the first down. Nice run by Danny Wild.
We mentioned in the opening, or Marty did, with the run game and being a key, is Wild and Van Callaghan had a nice game last week. And again, we're right in that game, and then late scores cost them a loss, kind of similar to South. Just could not get over the hump.
1st and 10. Pitch out going to the left this time for Wild. He cuts it up and picks up about 4 yards.
Same play, other direction.
I remember my sophomore year, we played Green Bay Southwest, and I don't know, our coach spotted something. He said, all we're doing is running student body left, student body right. And that was the most yards I had in high school. I had 92. Seifert had over 100 and scored all 20 of our points, and we beat them. 2nd down and 6.
That
up the middle, that's what the defense looked like against Bayport last week.
Derek McLaughlin in there, the center, or excuse me, the senior. No room up the middle against big Derek there.
All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
He's had a very good career.
Wide receivers left and right.
Blitz.
He's getting, not a very good pass that time. Schmidt's pass is incomplete. His intended receiver was Carson Bell.
That was just a poor effort, I thought, Marty. I mean, he just got rid of it. Felt a little pressure, not a lot of pressure, and just kind of got rid of it. He should have set his feet and given him a chance there.
Yep, gave up on it a little too early. North will be punting. Tristan Schmidt is back deep for the Red Wings. Lone person back there.
No wind tonight, Marty.
Short snap, and the punt is away. Not a good bounce that time for Danny Wild in the North. South is going to get it in great field position.
You got that right. So Chris Hine got what he wanted, a defensive stop and a ball in good position here for the offense. And through the years, Chris Hines run an outstanding offense with a variety of different plays and things to look at.
Let's see, 8 and 15, 23-yard punt. About.
I had 23.
Not good enough. Looks like Ristovojevic in the backfield, Chris. You give it off to him, and he gets a little bit of running room and picks up about 7 yards. Boris has had a pretty nice season. Gonna spot it right on the 50-yard line. Just short of it. We'll call it the 50, give him 8 yards on the carry. It's gonna be 2nd and 2. Pitch out to Steen. He cuts it back and gets the 1st down.
Big hit, but he got the 1st down, bounced off and got an extra yard there. And as I mentioned in opening, it's great to see Ben Steen in the game. He was questionable this week. There you see it.
Watch him get boom, but he falls forward. Good job there. 1st and 10 for the Red Wings. Ball spotted on the 46-yard line. That was a pickup of 4 that time for Steen. Knuth on a handoff. And Ristovojevic up the middle, picks up about 4 yards.
Ian Gordeje on the tackle, number 74.
Give him a 3-yard pickup. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. South back up to the line of scrimmage. Knuth pitch out to Steen. Gets wide. He got around the corner. He's through. He's got a 1st down and then some. He's knocked out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Good run by Steen.
Yep, no outside contain, and if Steen can get out there, he's got great speed. Here you see the replay quickly here.
Ball is going to be spotted on the 29-yard line, a 14-yard pickup.
Just running the ball down the field.
Steen has 18 yards and 2 carries. Looking good. Ristovojevic in the backfield this time. And the inside reverse. to Steen. Little counter play.
Austin Campbell did a good job and stayed home and made the stop. But again, positive yards for Sheboygan South. 3 more. You know, why change what you got going? Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Board says 2nd and 8, but that's way more than that. Just look at the chains.
Yeah. Ristovojevic again in the backfield. Steen is the up back. Pitch out to Boris. Cuts it back. Good cutback there. And he gets it near the first down. It's going to depend where they spot it. But again, leaning forward as he got hit.
South just pounding that right side. They must have seen something in film because they're just chewing up big yards by going right, Marty.
Yep, and it's 3rd and 1. Ristovojevic going off the field.
That's illegal. Yeah. Good decision to call timeout.
Yeah, timeout. They were a little mixed up on what was going on with the offensive play. It's going to be 3rd and 1. This is an important play for both squads. Timeout South. This is our last broadcast, Chris, for the football season. And of course, we look forward to basketball coming up. We're hoping that we get participation from the coaches. Maybe we can do a coaches show. You up for that?
I'm up for that.
Good.
Last week they handed out those, we talked about the 1962 state championship team at South High School, and they handed out some little sheets with, you know, their scores and rosters and things. And
team picture.
Yep, something that I noticed on the South roster was it was their 3rd last game of the year, and it was October 20th.
Really?
Which means they had 2 more games, would be like the 27th and then November 4th.
Well, everything was pushed back then. I mean, basketball didn't start until near the end of November.
Right.
Back in those days.
Yeah. Now we start games already in August.
Yeah.
And back then, you know, it was different. There was no playoffs. So that was one of the things, but...
yeah, good point. I didn't notice that.
But I thought that was really neat that 2 games left and it's October 20th. Now we're playing our last game, and it's not even the 15th of October yet.
Well, I remember we started football before school started, but we never had a game before school started. All right, 3rd down and 1. Tandem backfield for the Red Wings. Quarterback sneak by Knuth, and he's got it easily.
Wow.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Red Wings.
Big first down for South, but it's, you had to burn a timeout for a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, well.
But they got the job done. What they needed was the first down.
Ball spotted on about the 17-yard line. Scoreboard is wrong, Chris. Pitch out to Ristovojevic, cuts it back. He eludes one tackler, and then we get flags flying in. It looks like there's going to be a hold on the south side. Ristovojevic made a good cutback and eluded one tackler, but then all of a sudden all the flags came flying in.
Maybe it's offsetting. Nope. Talking to the north side.
You know what the team captain is saying for North? I don't know. That's above my pay grade. Be making those kind of decisions. Here you see Chris Hine. Chris Korf to his right.
That's interesting. South's already got the play call.
In
and out, ready to do the huddle, and they haven't even moved the ball yet.
It is a hold. Chris, as you know, was named athletic director at
chop block.
At South High School. He will not be the coach next year, and there is a speculation that maybe Chris Korf will move into the head coaching position, but I mean, that's all up in the air. We don't know that for sure.
Well, Mike Rank, Jamie Berlin,
yep.
A lot of very good qualified people over at South.
15-yard penalty, and whistle blew before.
Oh, boy.
Illegal procedure on South. And that's going to move it back 5 more yards. It's going to be 1st down and 30, Chris.
They were on the 17-yard line, Marty.
And now they're on the 37.
Gee.
That chop block really hurt. The clock is running. There's 6:50 remaining in the first quarter. South had a great drive going, and Penalties have really pushed them back. Knuth under center. They're a big play offense. Huffman throwing deep, right into the defense, and it's intercepted by North.
Turnover number one.
Yeah, looking for the nice return for North was Austin Mork, and he played center field. I don't know if he plays center field for you, Chris, but you might want to look at him as a center fielder.
He's left, but I'll tell you what, Marty, that if you watch this, there's the tail end of it. North was in a too deep zone. I mean, they were way back there, and I mean, South had that play called right away. You know, unfortunately, they can't do an audible or anything because North was sitting in a way prevent defense, and he just threw that up into an area, and North had that totally covered, and they probably would like to have that one back.
Oh, for sure.
Ben Callaghan.
Ben Callaghan stiff arms, and then he gets blasted out of bounds at about the 40, but nice run by Tyler.
And there's Wildman again. He had a great game last week, Andrew Wildman. What an improvement he's made all through the year. He's just been a special player, just a junior. Look forward to seeing him next year, too. He carries the rock, catches the ball, and he plays good.
Second down and 2, Chris. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line. Schmidt under center. Bell is the up back. They get a couple of good blocks on the corner, and Van Callaghan again takes it off a right tackle and gets the first down.
Yeah,
Wild and Bell with the blocks.
Wildman with the little chip shot there at the end again, number 44. Boy, that penalty just changed everything for South. I mean, they were just running, you know, and then all of a sudden you get, you know, you're looking up and now you got to pass the ball, and it just changed totally the offensive strategy for South. And now North has the ball with a chance to get over the 50 here.
Second back, Wild trying to get the corner. Stiff arms one tackler, gets by him. He's got a first down into South High territory. Good run by Danny Wild.
If I was either team, why put the ball up?
Exactly.
Just run. You're going to see the play by Wild here. Lead block by Bell. And then just out races Schmidt there to the corner.
Ball on the South High 46-yard line. Wild again trying to get the corner. Cuts it back. Dropped the ball but falls on it. And I believe North has it back. Let's see.
Of course, the South guys
are... Oh, South did get it back.
Bad turnover now. Dakota Gamas, I think, ended up with it. I thought Wild pounced on it, but
so did I.
But Gamas came out with it, so let's turn it over to South. And here comes the South offense back on the field.
Yeah, well, it's been a back and forth quarter for sure. Ball is spotted on the 39.
That was a big gainer for Wild,
yeah,
too.
He had 7 yards before he dropped it. It looked like it, you know, just dropped right by his feet, and he fell on it,
yep.
But wasn't quite quick enough or strong enough. South came up with it. Ristovojevic in the backfield. Knuth under center. Wide receiver way out to the right side. Inside handoff, Ristovojevic pounding forward. Good run by him. Tackle is made by Austin Campbell.
Well, he almost looked like a 4-4 for North there, and there was some big gaps in the South offensive line. Created the little gap there, and that was easy pickings for 8 yards.
Yep. Second down. Inside handoff. Steen bouncing it to the outside. Gets tackled at the 45-yard line. Peterson making the stop.
Ben Steen carried the ball. Tackled by Aaron Peterson.
First down and 10. Ball on the North 44. 9-yard pickup that time. A lot of men in the backfield now, Chris. One wide receiver far to the right. And
oh boy.
timeout. South. That's their second timeout. Now, we ran into that last week, Chris. They used a lot of timeouts early in the half. And I know you don't like that, but when the boys don't have it straight, you got to straighten them out.
What game is it?
Last game of the year. Haven't we figured this out yet?
You know, the one thing, though, he really uses his timeouts well when he needs to. And, you know, he got that first down last time. And, you're right. What's he supposed to do? I mean, the guys aren't set up right. We got a big drive. We can take the lead. So you use a timeout. But, boy, you hope that you don't need them at the end of halves and things.
It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball is on the 44-yard line. No score. There's 4:40 left in the first quarter. Both teams have had some drives going, but they haven't been able to sustain them. Penalties push South back their first and only drive till this one, and then they passed and threw an interception. Now they're on the move again. See what they do here. Ristovojevic in the backfield behind Knuth. Inside handoff to Steen, and he gets knocked down at about the 40-yard line, making the stop for North.
Brought down by
Dominic Mon making that stop.
Yeah, John Sullivan. Was it John? No, excuse me. Jake Miller there setting up a big, well, maybe it was John Sullivan. Either way, one of those guys I see here again, that nice pulling and blocking there and clearing out the hole there for a nice gainer again. Another 4 yards.
Yep.
I'd keep it on the ground.
It's working. Pitch out to Steen. And McLaughlin, it looked like, had a pretty good block, but they're going to throw a flag, and he must have had a little too much.
Yeah, he did it again.
Yeah.
Dominic with the hit, but again, I think that's the second time they caught him on that.
Yeah, we didn't get who did it the first time. It was pretty easy to see on this play. Mon is coming out to tell the officials, push him back.
Wow, penalties.
Ristovojevic coming back into the South High huddle. Here you're going to see, look at big number 76, took that North defender right down to the ground.
Eight. we don't want his cousin to get credit for it. It wasn't him.
Ball on the 47.
It'll be a feud at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, another whistle.
I think North's offsides.
Yeah, that's what they're calling.
Sam Pelzel just lined right up over the ball.
Come on, boys.
Offside, North.
Still second down.
How can you line up offside? But you were, Sam.
Oh, no penalties so far. Oh, Ristovojevic gets knocked back. Making the stop for North was Andrew Gruno.
Ristovojevic carried the ball, taken down by Andrew Gruno.
I think someone missed the block.
You might be right. Watch this. Oh.
There's just the offside there. But
boy, oh boy. I'll tell you, for all the running we're doing, there's still 3 minutes left in the quarter.
It's because there's so many penalties.
And whistles.
Timeout.
South. That's their third timeout. Hey, Burrs.
Of the quarter. Here's the play, Marty.
Yeah, watch this hit. Boom. Take that. You ain't going nowhere, man.
Timeout number 3 for South in the first quarter. That's why we still have 3:07 left, Marty.
Yeah, you're right there, Chris.
Third and a long way.
Ristovojevic has 24 yards and 5 carries. And there you can see the emergency vehicles over there in case they start a fire with the fireworks. I parked my car 2 blocks away. Chris rode his bike here. But that's because Tommy's got the van, huh? All right, here we go. It's 3rd down and 17. Knuth in the shotgun this time.
Yep, cover 2 again for us.
Oh, that's Huffman on the screen.
Oh, big gainer.
Yeah, he's running for his life.
Who else? Andrew Wildman.
Wildman finally makes the stop, but great run by Andrew Wildman on that little flip pass from Huffman.
I tell you, I like that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Knuth was out to the right there, Marty.
Ball is spotted on the 40-yard line. It's still about 5 yards to go.
And they're going.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Well. Wow, 4th down and 6 at the 40.
Wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 down here on the left. That's Gregory is down here by us, bottom of your screen. Fumble. North recovers. Dominic Mon making the recovery. Wow,
Well, that was not quite sure if Knuth was going to hand it to Wildman or Wildman was going to take it. Here you'll see it, and neither did, and the pumpkin just landed on the ground. Whoop.
Yeah, you're right there. Jeez. 2nd fumble loss by South.
No, interception on
the interception.
Yeah,
North had a fumble loss.
Yep.
1st and 10, ball on the 41. Inside handoff. Wild takes it up to the 45. Not much of a gain there.
Taken down by Steve Rodriguez.
Give him about 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Schmidt, Van Callaghan falls forward for about 3 more, and a late flag comes in.
This time they're going to get North on a hold.
Yep.
See how they like it, 2nd and 17.
One thing about South is they do have a better passing attack. We talked about that at the beginning. Gregory and Martinez are really pretty good. When I was going through the stats for tonight's game, I noticed both of those boys are averaging over 20 yards a catch. There you see it holding on North. It'll remain 2nd down, but now it's going to be 2nd and about 20. Ball is inside the 35. We'll make it the 33-yard line. Schmidt straight back. Gets his receiver Bell, but he's hit right away.
Forrest
taken down.
I think. Nope. Jake Malowitz. Good hit there by Malowitz. And this is a situation, as Marty said, not what South likes.
North either.
I mean, North I meant. You're right. That's what I meant. North does not like this situation. Their passing game has not really been that stellar.
Well, both completions, Chris, have been to number 44. Quick out. Van Callaghan's got it. He takes it right up the middle. He's going to be short at about the 48. He had a little bit of an opening, but it was just too far to go.
I like that call because I know that Coach Rank really likes to blitz in those situations, and that was a great counter for that. And that was just a chess game situation with you call your play, we'll call ours, and that time North had the right call. It's just too long, but now they're going to go for it.
Oh, I don't think
I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. This
bouncing off is Van Callaghan. He gets hit for a loss.
Foolish decision there. That's just not smart football.
Play a field position game.
Yep. I don't know what the thought process is there, but that's going to be one more play of the quarter. That was just not a good play.
No, that wasn't. Didn't seem very prudent.
No. It's one thing if you're on the 40, you're giving it to South on the 50, and this could cost you. South is going to be licking their chops now. I would have punted that down there, make them go 90 yards. Why make them go 47?
A lot of wide receivers. Gregory in motion. Look for him to get the handoff, and he does. And that's the end of the quarter. Gregory picks up about 3 at the end of one quarter play. No score.
Television is a powerful and influential medium that allows different groups the opportunity to produce programming that directly affects their own communities. Public, educational, and government access channels ensure that all people, regardless of race, age, gender, disability, religion, or economic status, have access to local government information and the use of a public communication forum. Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local PEG channels.
Madre is an international women's human rights organization, and what we do is work in small community-based women's groups in places where women and families are really struggling, either because of war or poverty. Even while times are hard for us here, things are much more dire in other parts of the world, and if we're able to, each of us, give what we can, it really makes a tremendous difference. Wherever women are standing up for peace and for human rights, Madre is there. Please join us.
Back at Urban Field, getting ready to start second quarter action. Some first quarter stats. Danny Wild leads all rushers with 37 yards. Ben Steen has 33 for South, and Ristovojevic 24. South has a total of 63 yards in that first quarter, plus 2 on passing, gives them 65 for the quarter. North has 63 yards total offense in the first quarter.
South in great field position here, Marty.
Yeah, that they should have punted.
They emptied the backfield here, though.
Gregory in motion again. He took the handoff and doesn't that time, and they had it read. Dominic Mon reading his keys. Dropped Knuth for a loss.
Dropped for a loss by Dominic Mon.
There you're going to see, watch this. Dominic doesn't run right up the field. He stays there and reads the play.
That's exactly what a high school player should do. Most don't do that. That's an intelligent, smart football play.
Ball is back to the 49-yard line.
They're going trips this time. And there's not enough guys covering the South guys. Those guys are wide open over there.
Just throw it out there.
Yeah, anybody.
And he does.
There's nobody there.
Wow.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah. They had 3 wide receivers off to the left. South had 2 defenders, and both of them were 10 yards back.
I don't know what that was, but look at that, wide open.
Gregory on the catch. It's going to be 1st and 10.
If I'm South, I'm lining up 3 guys on that side every play. Because who's going to cover them? I don't know what that was or what the understanding there was, but that was a confused. Now we got 4 receivers. Now who are we going to cover?
Knuth in the shotgun again. Man in motion is Gregory. They hand it off to him on the power sweep, and he gets tackled by his own guy. Wildman trying to throw a block, got in Gregory's way, and they bumped into each other, and down he went.
Yeah, Campbell was there as well, but Wildman finished him off. Boy, the South running game was doing so well on that opening drive. It's not working now, and Knuth probably going to be forced to throw a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody's covered this time.
Knuth rolling. Oh, he steps back and throws.
Oh.
Gregory was wide open. The pass a little bit behind him. If he could have hung on to that one, he could have gone.
Yep, I agree. And that Gregory's a pretty good athlete and makes tough plays, but that was just a little bit out of his reach. Good try.
3rd down. 14 yards to go for the first down. And given the way these teams have played tonight, they're going to be going for it on 4th down.
I don't think so.
It was a long first quarter because of the penalties and the timeouts.
Well, once again here, you got a wide receiver here, and Schmitz, it's wide open. He's running the wheel route, and nobody's there. Oh, good
Pass
try.
a little off the mark, just inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, I saw that coming, that wheel route, and Peterson was out there with him. And South's going to punt for the first time.
Smart move. There you see Coach Chris Hine.
Connor Harrison now doing the punting. It was Huffy all year.
Tudis and Berlin are above us doing the calling down of the plays and telling them what they're doing on defense.
Connor's
for the
got
south side.
Connor has a good arm too, Marty. And he's just an excellent athlete. Plays good basketball too for South. Varsity as a freshman.
Makes a real nice kick. And he gets a good bounce, and it's going to be down inside the 5-yard line.
It can't be at the 2. It's got to be at the 4 where he first hit it.
It was downed by Dakota Gamez. And I think it should be where he touches it, not where he grabs it and slides down to the 2-yard line. It should be really near the 4, but in either case, it's a great punt.
Looks like they might be moving it to the 4. I don't know. See, if you watch the replay here, right there at the 4 is where it should be.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they're putting it.
They did. Good job by the officials.
Now this is why North should have punted in the first place, because this is what you can do. Now North, who's...
They may have changed the field position for the rest of the half.
Yep. And
Bell takes it right up the middle, gets it to the 5.
This could change, even if, South North gets a little bit, South's going to be in good shape if they can stop them. I mean, that call by North is just huge.
Well, the way it turned out, you're right. Wide receivers left and right. Van Callaghan is the deep back. He finds an opening in the middle and slips through it and gets out to about the 7 or 8.
Still a little bit short. He's going to need another 5. And
yeah, that's not nearly enough. You're right.
Nope.
3rd down. Van Callaghan, the deep back. Wide receivers left and right. Again, a handoff off tackle. And he's broke through. He broke a couple tackles and gets it outside the 25 or outside the 20-yard line.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I thought TVC was going to be stopped, but he bangs off a couple guys. Doesn't he always look like he's going to fall down? And next thing you know, he's getting it a couple times now in the game.
Really held his balance well. Here you're going to see it. Watch him when he gets hit. Right there, and he stays on his feet, and then he stays upright and gets it over the 20-yard line. Ball on the 22. 13-yard pickup on that play. And again, Van Callaghan up over the 25.
Ball carried by Tyler Van Callaghan.
He's run a few here. Maybe it's time to give Wild or somebody a carry. And 5 new defensive players in for South. That's a good decision by South. Keep the guys fresh. Keep them fresh. 5 in, 5 out. Not a bad decision there by Coach Rank.
Weston Nelson is the wideout on the left side. Inside handoff. Bell looks big and strong in there, but he didn't keep his balance very well.
Nope.
Needs to get a little bit lower. Runs a little bit too high. Give him a gain of 1. Reminds me a little bit of like Brad Muster of the Bears.
Mobley out, Fritz in on the offensive line.
Belly up back, Van Callaghan the deep back, Schmidt at quarterback. He handed off to Van Callaghan again. He gets it outside the 30.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be close, Chris, but we'll have to just see. They stopped the clock.
First down.
Yep.
Good effort again by TVC. He looks all bottled up there, but he gets 4 yards. And this drive, which started on the 4, is all the way out to the 33, 34, depending. I think it's the 33, but the board says 34. Can't they see?
Those guys, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. They can't see up there. Peterson is the wideout on the right side. Schmidt dropping back, looking, goes deep. Had a great spiral. Is just about 15 yards beyond the receiver.
Yeah, he just kind of throws it to an area, Marty. Double coverage over there, but Peterson had a little gap, but that ball definitely over the top.
Yep. Is he a baseball player?
Nope.
You better get him out there. The guy's got an arm. Watch him. Pretty good protection. Applying the pressure for South was Steve Rodriguez.
And Raff on Peterson there, two baseball players.
2nd down and 10. Inside handoff. That time South does a good job of bottling up Van Callaghan.
Yeah, going to the well a little bit too many in South.
Getting off the bottom of the pile was Dylan Kumaro.
And fresh guys in again for South. I like that. They get a lot of guys in there. North plays a lot of two-way players, and this might help South through 4 quarters.
3rd down and about 8 or 9 yards. Peterson in the slot. Good arm right through the middle, and almost
caught twice.
Yeah, Peterson tipped it to
Theobald.
Yeah, Theobald.
Hurricane. Yeah, and neither of them got it.
Yeah.
And North's going to have to punt.
No, sir, they don't have to punt.
They're gonna. And we got an injury here. Slight injury here. Alec Lanning there coming out. Hobbled a little bit.
There you saw Coach Ninus. Alrighty. Danny Wild is going to punt.
See if South applies some pressure.
Hey, Eric. Whistle stopping action. Can you imagine that? Illegal procedure on North. Too much time.
No, I think they got Dominic Mon. Was going halfway down and not all the way down. I think that was Dominic. That was a strange call.
Linda, that was Chris talking about your son.
What the heck?
Punt is away. They'll get a good bounce there. And it's going to go inside the 25-yard line. Right at the 25, they'll kill it. But a good punt that time by Danny Wild. Much better than his first attempt.
21 and 25 is 46. See, now if you would have punted like that before.
Please help Eli by giving generously to tonight's 50-50 raffle.
5:50 remaining until halftime, no score. And North able to turn the field position around a little bit, Chris.
Yeah, they had a big couple yards, but when you start on your 4, you just got a long way to go.
Yeah, that is a long way, especially if you're going to try and grind it out 1 or 2 yards at a time. Ristovojevic on the carry. Looked like he was going to have a bit of an opening, but that opening closed pretty quick, but he did pick up 3 yards.
Taken down by Matt Theobald.
It's going to be 2nd down for the Red Wings.
Now, about 6 yards.
Knuth at center, at quarterback, under center. Handoff.
Boris.
Yeah, Boris had a good running start and a good push by the line.
Yep, there's that offensive line. One of the keys. Blasting up holes, and you got some fresh guys in there, and like I said, you got North players playing, a lot of North players playing 2 ways, and they're getting pushed out of there a little bit. As I mentioned before, if you notice on defense, 5 in, 5 out, so they're rotating 16 different guys on defense. A lot of these guys from North are playing both ways.
Mitchell Martinez at the bottom of your screen, just outside your screen angle actually. Inside handoff again. I think that was Steen. We'll have to see. They get off the pile.
I think it was Wildman
on the carry.
And they did a nice job, I thought, South running outside before. Let's see if they try something like that again here.
It's going to be 2nd down and 7. South again showing they can run the ball. North is going to have to step it up a little bit. Gregory in the slot on the left side. Martinez is the wide receiver towards the sideline. Boris running hard, gets it up to near the 45-yard line.
You can't see this, people, but I'm shaking my head. That's just, you know, when you're getting 3-4 yards on a pop, you know, why change it? Look at them just blast through there, and linebacker's a little bit slow. By the time that they get there, it's too late. Theobald making the play, but third and short. Great offensive push by that line.
Boris is running harder tonight than we've ever seen him all year. He's really getting after it. Fake to and Martinez on the catch, but
he's short.
He never. That wasn't Martinez. That was number 41, Dylan Markles.
Yeah, that just didn't work.
No, he never got deep enough.
Oh, boy.
It's going to go for actually no gain.
Fourth down.
Oh. How do you run a pattern short of the line?
Yeah.
It's just...
3:28 remaining until halftime. South is moving the ball back as if they're going to punt. North is going to have to be pretty careful. They only have to go 1 yard if they want to do a fake. Oh,
gee whiz.
Oh, do we mention his name?
Offside,
North, the referee was going to march the ball back the wrong way, and his partner. Penalty on North. We've seen that in the past, Chris, with North. You know, they just make some very silly mistakes. That one hurt. It's going to be 1st and 10 South, 3:28, like I mentioned before. Wildman is the lone setback.
Fumble. Oh, yay. Come on, boys. You know, Marty, you asked for a clean game. You know, they said turnovers, but wow.
Fumble on the play. The fumble is recovered by the Red Wings.
Well, it was a fumble for sure, but it was recovered by the Southsiders. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. It's not been a clean game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been extremely sloppy in all respects. Second back through. Ristovojevic ducks his head and it slips by a couple of tacklers.
Penalty flag, Marty.
And then there's a flag right in the middle of the pile, which would indicate holding on South. And that's exactly what it is. So that nice run by Ristovojevic is going to be negated by a holding call.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you.
That's what I say, Chris.
You know what? Let's run the next 2:38 and let's start over. And play better. I mean, because both teams are just not playing very well right now. And
do we start at the 10-yard line for overtime? Because they can maybe get 10.
I mean, it's just, South's just going here, and then you got to, somebody holds. Come on, boys. Game 8.
Ristovojevic is in the slot on the left side. Taylor Gregory is down here at the bottom of your screen. Knuth in the shotgun. It's a quarterback draw. He's going to pick up good yardage. He's going to be in North territory, taken down by Carson Bell. But it was a good quarterback draw. Nice run.
You know, you don't want to, 1st and a mile, you don't want to just heave it down the field, pick up some chunks, or 2nd and along, pick up some chunks, and a big gainer there by Knuth. Now you're in a reasonable situation where you can get a 1st down, 3rd and 9.
Martinez, Gregory, Wildman are all on the right side, plus another wide receiver out here. And we get a penalty, illegal procedure on South. My goodness. They had the overload again, Chris. Did you notice that right in front of us? And they wanted to throw the little swing pass to, I didn't notice the number of that kid, but he would have had some blockers in front of him.
Could be like they did with Wildman before, and they just, like you said, they overload one side and really puts North in a difficult situation with their coverage. Now we're back to the cover 2 here. Knuth
looking, fires over the middle to Gregory. He's got it, and he's got the 1st down. And he's down inside the 35-yard line, down to about the 33.
South's going to have to go a little quicker here. Remember, they have no timeouts left. Minute 18 left. You know, I don't understand how they get this here. They got a flat zone, and you get Gregory there, who's a talented receiver, for a first down. 17-yard pickup. Quick one over the middle. Martinez gets it down near the 25. Good play. Good play, Coach Hine.
Pass complete to Mitchell Martinez.
Got no timeouts. Good positive pass. And Jake, you know, barely had the grip on the ball there and shot it out to Martinez. Mitchell, baseball player, runs very well. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. Martinez wide to the right. Gregory is wide to the left. There's nobody on Schmitz. Nobody on Schmitz. Over the middle, making a diving catch. They're calling it incomplete, but it looked like Peterson made the grab, but they're saying no. I'll tell you what, Marty, if you watch North on that situation, Schmitz came out of there. Nobody was on him, and he just went out to the flat to the left. Watch him here on the left, and there's nobody there. Nobody. I noticed that too. I didn't notice how wide open he was though. Wildman, the lone setback. It's going to be 3rd down. Inside handoff to Wildman. He's taken down hard by Ian Gordaget. But he does pick up the first down. And this is what you want from South. They're right up on the line, 55 seconds, because as soon as the clock is starting to start going, you have no timeouts left. Knuth looking, fires out to the side. Stays in bounds. Has his receiver Martinez. Down to 40 seconds, Marty. We've got 2nd and 9. Only a 1-yard pickup on that. Wow. 35 seconds left. Clock running. This is what happens when you use those timeouts early. You don't have anything to fall back on. Pass crossing pattern to Gregory, but the pass was way off the mark. That looked like a good chance there too. Just a missed throw by Knuth. It's been pretty accurate here. You're right. 3rd down. 26 seconds remaining until halftime. No score. Well, if they do not get a first down or anything like that, it's going to be very difficult for South to get another playoff, 4th and short. Timeout North set up their defense. I don't like that call at all either, Marty. You got South who's pressing, trying to make decisions, and then you call defensive timeout to help them out. Now you can tell them. That's essentially what's going to happen too. They can talk about, you know, their situation, because if they end up short of the first down, the clock will keep going, and then you got to get to the line and run another play, even though it's 4th down. I don't think you'll have time to, you know, run the group out for a field goal. And Huffy's really struggled this year on field goals, so I don't think that's going to be a realistic situation. Huffy would be Robert Huffman. Yep. I'd take a shot in the end zone, Marty. What do you got to lose? Might as well. Yep. That way, if you do, let's say you didn't go to the end zone, you completed it, the clock could possibly run out on you. Right. You'll have, you know, if you get the first down and stop, you have a shot again, but I'm going to run something here. You know what I'd really like to run here? If I'm South, I'd run my wheel route here. I'd pull my receiver, Gregory, out to the right, and I'd run my Wildman to the left and see if he can score. Well, Peterson is playing outside shoulder of Gregory on the left side. Gonna go for it. And throws over the middle, over the top, I meant to say, and the pass is incomplete.
Pass intended for.
You got one more shot now.
Incomplete.
Chris, that play right there, that's why you're a color man on WSCS TV. Well, I just knew he'd fling it up there and see what happens. Gregory's got great hands. And he had a chance. He had a chance.
Yep, you're right there. 4th down. Ball on the 20, 21-yard line. There's 20 seconds left. Knuth looking. Another
play.
one over the top.
Touchdown.
Gregory's got it for the score. Peterson was on him, but Gregory, too strong, made the catch. There you see it. That's the incompletion.
I don't know how you let anybody get behind you, Marty. I would be standing in the end zone, and you let him go there. Touchdown there for Gregory. He's got great hands, I just told you. And they score with 14 seconds. Great pass, Knuth.
All right, Knuth is going to do the holding here for Huffman. There's 14 seconds left in the half. South up. Extra point is right down Main Street. Good. Makes it 7-0. Southsiders.
Yeah, and that's Harrison now kicking that.
That was Harrison?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
That's
21-yard completion. Touchdown. Yeah, it's really amazing, and you know they got 2 main guys. I mean, they go to Martinez or they go to Gregory, and you almost think maybe they should think about double teaming.
Well, you should.
Because they really put Peterson out on an island out there.
Well, I think Aaron's got to be back too. I mean, nothing gets behind you. You stay, you retreat, and whatever happens, you see in front. The minute Gregory gets behind you and your back's turned, advantage Gregory, and he's too good. He's just too good.
So 20 to 21 yards, a touchdown pass to from Knuth to Taylor Gregory. Connor Harrison kicked the extra point. It's 7-0 South.
This is going to be a squib, Marty.
Harrison again doing the kickoff, taken by Van Callaghan.
He's got nowhere to go.
Knew where to go is right. He's down at about the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 north. Schmidt is trotting out there, getting in the huddle.
It should be take a knee, Marty. This is not time for trick play. This isn't fancy dancy time.
Gonna have to get him in the second half.
Yep, this is not, we're gonna run a cute play here because South's not gonna let anybody get behind you.
Schmidt fires one deep, and it's incomplete. 3 wide, 3 defenders were around the wide receiver Nelson, and nobody could come up with it. It seemed like most of them touched the ball too.
Well, that
You're
ball
gonna see
floated.
Yeah.
Whack, 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 whack.
Yeah, too much air under it.
Yeah, it just had no spin. It didn't carry it all.
2 seconds left in the half. I think they are going to, yeah, maybe not. Looks like they're going to take a knee position. And they do. And that's going to be the half. South with a late score, 14 seconds left in the half. On a 20-yard Knuth to Gregory touchdown, and South goes into halftime with the lead here on the north side.
We're asking folks about marriage.
You know, marriage makes me think of sports. You know, teamwork, dedication.
Okay, let's see what people say.
Let's say your marriage is a sport. What sport would it be?
Basketball. Surfing.
They have to be a team sport.
A lot of back and forth.
A lot of people watching.
So how many people are influenced by your marriage?
Hundreds.
You really think about the ripple effect.
It's like a wave.
Want to improve your marriage? For ideas, go to foryourmarriage.org. A message from the Catholic Church.
And now for your halftime entertainment, the varsity dance team will performing their north-south routine. Tonight's routine was choreographed by seniors Haley Kuznasek, Savannah Ellis, and Ellie Clark. The girls would like to dedicate tonight's routine to the fight against breast cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, the North Eye varsity dance team.
And we're Packers fans. Hi, I'm David Collins, Superintendent of the Wisconsin State Patrol. Packers fans are the best fans in football.
We are the ultimate team players.
The ultimate team player. Be the ultimate team player. Always have a designated driver. Always have a
Designated driver.
Live responsibly. Packer fans.
Don't let fans drive drunk.
Responsibility has its rewards.
Go Packers! Go Packers! Go Packers!
Did you know that having diabetes puts you at risk for vision loss? I'm Dr. Robert Melendez for the American Academy of Ophthalmology. I see firsthand how vision problems can affect lives. We are urging adults with diabetes to strictly control their blood sugar levels and have dilated eye exams every year. Know your risks. Save your sight. To learn more about diabetes and eye health, visit geteyesmart.org.
In Wisconsin, the laws are the same for bicyclists and motorists. So if you bike, ride with the traffic and obey stop signs and lights. Whether you ride a bike or drive a car, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians at marked and unmarked crosswalks. At intersections, always look for pedestrians before making a turn, and slow down in school zones and neighborhoods to keep our kids safe. Share and be aware. We're all responsible.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the
Hey, back at Urban Field where we're getting ready to start second half action. Sheboygan South scored late in the first half. Matter of fact, very late. There were only 14 seconds left. There was a Knuth to Gregory 21-yard touchdown pass, and then the Harrison extra point made it 7-0. That's where we stand now. I have some halftime stats. South finished with 158 total yards, 70 yards passing, 88 yards rushing.
Wow.
North had only 93 total yards, 78 rushing, and only 15 passing. They only hit on 2 of 6 passes. South was 6-7 for 13. Huffman was 1 for 1 passing for 12 yards, and Knuth was 6 for 12 for 58 yards. Leading rushers, Boris Hristovojevic had 8 carries for 41 yards for South, and Tyler Van Callaghan had 7 carries for 39 yards for North. Not a whole lot of yardage, but actually not really great football either with all the turnovers, but exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah, turnovers and penalties are what's, disappointing. The penalties are the thing that disappoints me more. You're going to have a couple here and there, but, too many holding penalties on South, and then obviously the offside on the 4th and 1 when South obviously was going to punt to pin, and that just gave a first down, and so far, that's kind of the way it's been. And
here you see the north sideline, Coach Bell talking to the troops, and been a long season for the Northsiders. They've hung in there pretty good. One more half of football for this season.
South gets the first crack of the ball. They had time of possession too, which is kind of interesting. South led that 14 minutes and 17 seconds to just 9 minutes and 43 for North, and South's going to start with the ball again. And again, we talked about the many two-way players on North, and we'll see if they go wore down as it goes here.
All right, kickoff bounces by one return man, picked up by...
He could go. Dominic Mon saved it.
Yeah, Robert Huffman almost broke a long one.
You know what I liked about that for South is the sideline guys for, are supposed to contain on this side, all blended in for North, and there was a lucky break that Dominic Mon hung on here.
Yeah, right there. It could go, no. Ball is spotted right on the 40-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 South. Hristovojevic, the deep back, gets it. Continues to run hard. He got hit high and driven back.
I think Bell on that play.
Yeah, I thought that was number 34 actually,
okay, Brandon Hicks. Okay. Boy, you know who we haven't called tonight, Marty, was Trevor Peters.
Yeah, you're right.
54, and he's been an outstanding player. And for South, we haven't called Matt Fox very much.
No.
Both very excellent linebackers here in Sheboygan.
Hristovojevic running hard again, gets some good blocking up front. Those boys up in the trenches are really doing the job. Cody McLaughlin.
Is that called running downhill?
That's called running downhill is right.
Over the 40 to the about, they're going to spot it at the 40. I'm sorry, I thought he was up past that.
Yeah, it's a 15-yard pickup. Second back through, Hristovojevic falls down over the 35.
Well, if you're just joining us, didn't see before, key number 2 of my 3 keys was South offensive line, North defensive line. And right now, the South offensive line is blowing the North guys right off the line, and 5-6 yards at a clip. Why change the formula?
Knuth under center. Hristovojevic remains the deep back. He's been carrying the load so far this quarter.
Why not?
And that time they stop him for a loss. First rule stand by North this entire drive.
Taken down by Andrew Grunwald.
Grunwald
lost the yard.
Watch 71 initially hit him there, and then Bell gets in there.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
I would run right. I would run right.
Taylor Gregory is wide left. Martinez off to the right side. Fake handoff. Little dump off pass, and the catch is made by Wildman, I believe that was. Yes, it was.
That was a run-pass option, and Canuso, an easy Wildman down the field, and there's no blue shirts over there. You got two blue shirts playing some type of zone and too many white shirts in the gaps. And that was an easy pitch and catch.
That was a 16-yard pickup too, Chris. 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line.
South is in business.
They are moving the ball this drive. And no penalties, imagine that. Pitch out to Ristovojevic. He's got blockers in front. Wildman threw a nice block. And Ristovojevic falls forward inside the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, Andrew Wildman the last 2 weeks has just been on a mission. Watch this block. Boom! I like Andrew Wildman. He's been a good player all season.
2nd down and right around 5 yards to go.
He'll be coming back next year with Huffman and Harrison.
2nd back through is taken down. Making the stop on Schmidt was Dominic Mon.
I know, he hit him too hard. You might have to call a penalty like they had to call on Perry against Luck the other day. Good grief.
Yeah, that didn't seem right, did it?
Jeez whiz. Can't hit anybody that's got a QB initials next to him.
All right, it's 3rd down and 7. Gregory, Martinez, and Ristovojevic
not
all
enough guys
to the
out
right
there.
side.
There's not enough guys. Watch this.
Woof. Over the middle.
Touchdown.
Nice catch by Boris Ristovojevic for a touchdown.
They just...
Great throw by Knuth and a great catch.
There's nobody covering. He had 3 guys and 3 whites and 2 blues.
Ew. That was a laser.
And Gregory just feeds through. Just too many white shirts over there and not enough blue shirts to cover them. And then the safety gets pulled in and fires it right in there. Touchdown South.
One thing we haven't seen much is Ristovojevic making catches. He showed good hands on that one. Extra point is good.
No, that was Gregory. Gregory scored that.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Scott, can you replay the touchdown pass? We got the controversy in the booth.
I thought that was Gregory. I might be wrong.
But you're right, South has been flooding the one side. Here we go.
See, Gregory, 32.
Yep. I stand corrected. I hate that when I'm wrong and you're right.
And North is not doing so well the last 4.5 minutes.
Well,
2 scores.
You mentioned it early in the broadcast about flooding the zone, and North is just not adjusting to that. There was a great example.
Well, they line up with those trips, and there's no coverage over there.
And the one kid for North looked at his friends and said, should I move over there? Well, yeah.
I knew that was trouble from the get-go.
All right, Connor Harrison, number 4, is going to boot it. Van Callaghan takes it at the 15. It's up to the 20, 25, and goes down at the 30.
Van Callaghan returned that kick. Tackled by Dylan Kumaro.
Well, down by 2 scores, Chris. That's a lot of points for North to try and make up with their offense.
Yep, they're going to have to get rolling. They're going to have to counter the score. South came out, did what Coach, hey, let's get out and score. North, now you get out and score.
Oh, I think Van Callaghan tripped over Schmidt's foot, or Wildman, pardon me. That's what it looked like.
Ball carried by Danny Wild, tripped up behind the line of scrimmage.
Danny Wild, pardon me. Loss of 3. Oh boy, yards are hard enough to come by the way it is, and then to have that happen besides. Danny Wild cuts it. He's got some room to run. He's on the loose, Chris. He gets it up right at the 50-yard line. What a run.
Yeah, that's how you make up.
22 yards.
That's how North started the game, is running wild. No pun intended. That's a big gainer. I mean, he's got a lot of yards.
Danny did a good job. He got all his yards in the first quarter. He didn't carry the ball once in the second quarter. You got to wonder if I thought he was maybe hurt or something. But
well, I would have mixed it up. TVC was doing good, and then wow, but they just went with TVC, and I think that just mix them up instead of just, you know, going 1-1-1-1-1.
Wild gets good blocking out on the side. He cuts it up, and he does another good job of running and picks up some great blocking. One of the guys out there throwing the block was Jack Kelly, number 61.
Taken down by Dylan Kummerow. First
good.
down.
And Carson Bell again.
Nelson's banging it, or not Bell. Peterson's knocking people. Nelson. So North is responding to the score by South. Their thing is going to get in the end zone.
Pitch out to Danny Wild again, trying to get wide. South strings it out pretty nicely that time.
Now you should bring in Van Callaghan. And they are. This is the right play. You know, change it up a little bit. Danny just runs, 60 yards in a row. But no, they're not gonna. They're gonna bring Peterson out instead.
All right, second down, a pickup of about 4. But North moving the ball. They haven't done this all night.
South tight in the box.
Ben Callaghan, stiff arms, but nice tackle made on the wing. That was Tristan Schmidt.
You got that right. South way up in the box there, just asking North to run, and they do, and a good job there by Schmidt, and there was a whole bunch of guys over there. Kummerow was there. Gamas could have cleaned it up, but Schmidt made the tackle himself.
It's third down and about 4. Pitch out to Wild. He's looking to throw the old left-hander.
Short though.
A wobbly one, and there's going to be pass interference.
No, roughing the passer. They're going to call roughing the passer.
Downfield that Weston Nelson was being held up as he went for the ball.
Steve Rodriguez just nailed Wild late, and that was just a foolish penalty, giving North a first down. What? Again, Coach Hine.
Got to be beside himself.
I know, you had him stopped.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on South. First down. Ball is being spotted on the 15-yard line. That's a 15-yarder, Chris.
Wow.
That hurts.
Here
you're going to see it.
Just not a smart play here. Nelson was open, but the duck, he just got it high. Oh, no, it wasn't.
75.
It wasn't him. It was Henderson. I'm sorry.
Wild gets it inside the 15, but only about a yard or so, and not much there. South trying to toughen up on the D.
Matt Theobald hobbling a little bit, number 84 for North.
Looks like he got his ankle rolled up.
Yeah, he's still hobbling out there.
Belly up back. Wild the deep back, Schmidt at quarterback. We have wide receivers left and right. They hand it off to Wild again, but there was no blocking there. He had to stop and look for an opening, and then when he saw there wasn't any.
I would have run the stretch and let him use his speed, go to the outside, but they decided to go between the guard and the tackle there, and there was just nothing there. You had all that field to the left. You can have Danny use his speed, but that wasn't the play call, and South just bottled that up. But there's no question that North's in 4-down territory, so they have 2 chances to get 8 yards.
3rd and 8. Nelson and Peterson, left and right. Schmidt rolling, picks a couple of good blocks. He doesn't read it very well, and then he gets sacked at the 30-yard line. Not a good job of reading the block. He had help, and he ran right into it.
Jacob Schmidt.
It's going to be 4th down and a bundle. Ball is spotted on the 29. That was a 16-yard loss, Chris.
Well, they just still don't pass well. So, yeah, I would go with the run there. You had 2 chances to get 8 yards. Now you have 1 chance to get 24. And here comes the blitz. And that's going to be
right out of the double coverage, and the pass is incomplete. Gregory wanted another catch, playing defense this time, but he couldn't get it.
That would have been better to let Nelson, should have just let him catch it.
Yeah, better than a punt.
Yep. So that great drive gets stopped on a big sack by South.
First and 10 for the Red Wings.
And they have got the mojo, and their running game is going.
Boris is in the deep back position. Wildman the up back. And North jumps offside, but they may get illegal procedure on South. That's what caused North to jump.
Wildman there.
And
trying to plead the case for the offensive line.
Yep.
You know, Wildman was, just trying to help his boys. And this is a fast quarter, Marty. 3:25. All South.
14-0. Gregory and Martinez off to the left. Yeah, pitch out to Ristovojevic. Boom. Oh.
There
bounced off a couple of tacklers and fell forward again.
Yeah, Peter had the initial hit, but you're right, Boris. Watch 55.
Watch which hand he has the ball in, though. That ball should be in his other hand.
Correct.
It's going to be 2nd down. Boris with 7 carries already this quarter. 2nd down and 11. Knuth fires out. He's got his receiver Wildman. He's up to the 45 and knocked down at about the 47-yard line.
Again, all those receivers there, and pass defense, which Marty called the beginning of the game. Key number 1 of my things was South's wide receivers against North's D-backs, and right now
the D-backs
are winning. So 2/3 of the keys of the game are all being won by South. South's wide receivers for North DB, South's line versus North DB, and the only thing that's North's favored is the turnovers right now, 2-1.
Oh, we had a penalty after. We missed that one. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 48 of North. Inside handoff. Wildman carries it up inside the 45.
Gordeje on the tackle, but I'll tell you, South's are rolling. And a lot of North people looking left and right to who's going to make a play or what's going to happen.
Second down and about 6. It's been all South here in the quarter. A lot of red on my sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Fake handoff. A good throw and a good defensive play made out there by Weston Nelson to tip the ball away, but I'll tell you, I'm impressed with Knuth throwing under pressure that far. Watch this, Chris. You can't see it, but he was hit as he threw and still got it down the field in pretty good shape.
And
official timeout.
Maybe a cramp by Gregory.
I've been cramping up here in the booth.
I hope that's all it is. He's had a special night.
Broadcast on WSCS TV.
Who was the kid hurt?
I think it's Taylor Gregory.
See the 3. Getting a shot of water?
Yep, and then hopefully that's maybe a cramp. That's what could be the thing.
The way they're dealing with his leg, it appears to be a cramp. And it is Taylor Gregory.
Come on, kid.
1:41 left in the third quarter. South on top, 14-0. They've had a good quarter of football so far.
We are celebrating the 75th anniversary of
North looked like they were going to be on the move, but it stalled out at about the 15-yard line. They did catch a break with a Big South penalty on an incomplete pass, but from that point on, they had 1 yard gain, and a 16-yard sack. Stop that drive.
This is one-on-one coverage here. And a quarterback draw, run into his own guy though, Marty.
Yeah. The opening wasn't there like he was hoping for, that's for sure.
Jake Knuth carried the ball.
Fourth down.
By Dominic Mon.
Oh yeah. Play the field position game. North is, make them go 90 yards. They've gotten some yards, but when you have to go that far, or 80 yards, I mean, that's a long way, and play the field position game.
Yep, North has proved that they're not able to sustain a drive.
To score. I mean, they've gained 40, 30, 40 drives, but when you make them go 80 yards.
Right, yeah, they're not going to do it, at least unless they can pull off a big play of sorts.
Ooh, that's
nice spiral punt. He gets a great bounce. It's going to go out of bounds just outside the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 11. But a very nice 32-yard punt. Wild is the deep back, Carson Bell the up back, fake to him, Schmidt looking, he's got a receiver out there making a nice catch for Theobald, and he gets it out to about the 26, 27-yard line. It's been a long time between completions, Chris.
Yep. A nice safe pass there.
Taken down by Tristan Schmidt. First down, Raiders.
This is just the second time with the ball for North. First time they went all the way down the field and then got that big sack. And once again, North's going to have to go the length of the field to score.
Peterson wide to the left. Hand off to Wild and nothing doing. South hits him for a loss, and that'll be the last play of the quarter.
Taking down Derek McLaughlin.
I don't know why the whistle blew his whistle to stop play. There certainly wasn't any need to. But a loss of 1 on the play, and that is the end of the quarter.
And that is the end of the third quarter.
And at
I can have text all night long, but not when I'm driving.
What's the point of texting me about a party that you might not make it to?
I don't text and drive. Do you?
Do you?
Do you? Did you say text or sex? Hey, I got an idea. As long as you're texting, why don't you write your own obituary, dumb?
I don't
text and drive.
Do you?
We don't text and drive. Do you?
Brought to you by Rad Terry Fader and his cast of thousands. Friends don't let friends text and drive.
Party!
The traditional facelift surgery requires an incision be made along the hairline near the temple and then goes around.
Now the traditional facelift surgery. Miss Thompson. Now the traditional facelift surgery requires an incision be made along the hairline.
Anyone can wear a white coat, but not everyone is board certified in plastic surgery. Be safe. Be sure your doctor is a member of the American Society of Plastic Surgeons.
.86 yards in the quarter for South. North only had 40. Well, 36 of those rushing for South, 50 passing.
Very impressive opening drive by South in the quarter that just took this over. And little Wildcat, and again, we're going to have a penalty.
Penalty on North, illegal procedure.
They had Van Callaghan and the Wildcat coming out of the quarter, kind of just surprised South there, but
Not a surprise anymore.
Nope. And 5 more yards back. And now we're going to go with our regular sets here. Nick Griesmeyer in the game, 88. Boy, I haven't...
Yeah, we haven't called his number in 2 weeks. Or 2 games, I should say. He is an AWOL when it comes to catching passes. Schmidt fires deep. Nelson on the out pattern, but a little bit too far. On the coverage for South was Alex Sheebley.
Incomplete. Alex Sheebley defending.
3rd and a country mile for North.
Yep.
When they got 16 yards to them is a long way when you have no passing game to speak of downfield. You know, I just think he just throws to an area, Marty. He doesn't really
find his receiver like he should.
Should, right. I think he just throws to where he hopes it's going to be. Here comes a blitz.
Whoa!
And that time he got whacked. Screen was set up, which was, I thought, the right play.
And the man was open, but...
Yeah, but he didn't get it there.
One thing that would help if Wild... See, he didn't even get a little chip block on the guy.
No.
And that's what cost him. There is a little trick to doing that. It's going to be 4th down, and North will have to punt.
Now what do we got going on here?
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Substitution violation against North.
Illegal substitution on North, pushes them 5 more yards back. Still 4th down.
Low punt or snap.
Oh, nice high kick by Wild.
Good hands.
Yeah, nice catch made by Dean.
Fair catch by Emmett Dean. Ladies and gentlemen, time to check your 50-50 raffle ticket. For our winning number tonight in our 50-50 raffle, the winning number is 5207777.
35-yard punt, I think, Chris.
Yep. I was just writing that down, Marty. Good field position for South again.
Yeah, only have to go 51 yards.
And even if they don't go, they got North in a tough situation.
North was blitzing, and Carson Bell blitzed right into the running back. Great read that time. Ristovojevic had nowhere to go.
Ball carried by Boris.
You're going to see it watch in the middle. Right there, nobody even touched him. That was pretty easy.
Yeah. Tick, 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 tick. It's the clock. Coach Hine can't have the clock go fast enough.
Well, a couple of 1st downs running would really decimate North's chances.
Yep. One score or a couple running plays, I'd keep it on the ground, Marty. I really would
too. I'd run wide.
I know that it's 2nd and long here.
Oh, he's offside.
Just gave the 5 yards back, son.
Ay, 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 ay. You just got to wonder what people are thinking of. You got to play under control, boys.
Hot rumor is they're out of hot chocolate. It's about 40 degrees outside.
Oh, well, right up in the booth, offering lots of smiles.
And offering the hot chocolate report. This could go.
Knuth right up the middle. Van Calligan gets him down inside the 20.
Peterson.
On a long run.
Peterson with the save, but regardless, great running.
You're going to see it right there. Good cut. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, about 30 yards. You're right. It was Peterson.
Yep.
Ball on the 19-yard line. 30-yard run.
Touchdown.
Longest run of the night.
Touchdown will put this baby away.
North blitzing again. Good tackle made that time by Austin Campbell.
You know, I thought the best thing there was to pitch it, but when you're up by 2 scores,
don't take a chance.
Don't take a chance. Ball possession is important. Take the 2nd and 10. Good decision there, Jake Knuth.
Ristovojevic in the slot on the right side. Crossing pattern by Martinez, but the pass is over his head. Peterson was on the defense.
Not sure I like that, Marty. Get a pick 6 the other way, and next thing you know, North's got some mojo. You know, if that's a little short, Peterson's got good speed. I still think running the ball is the...
Keeps the clock running.
Yipper. But touchdown will close the door.
The fade pattern, this time to Martinez, but way out of his reach.
Pass intended for Mitchell Martinez, incomplete.
And it's going to be 4th down and 9. Actually 4th and 10 from the 19.
Oh yeah, you go for it here.
You go, girl.
I would be going, you know, once again, probably, now you're going to throw it, but that's why I like the runs there.
Actually, you still got to keep an eye out for Jake Knuth on that quarterback draw play. They've done pretty well with that on the night, and the last time he did it, he gained 30 yards. It's a little harder to do that down in this area, though, because there's not much room to work with.
Very good. Now, you know, we said to use timeouts quickly in the first half. That was a good timeout right there. He kind of waited, let his guys rest a little bit, and then called timeout when he saw, you know, before the delay. That was, hey, you know, you got one play here. You know, we might be able to put this game away. Well, I thought that was a great timeout right here by Coach Hine. Let his guys, you know, catch their breath a little bit. North is on their toes and hoping that something doesn't...
you know what? I like the timing of that timeout. To let me catch up on my stat keeping. Well, we have a couple of teams in the area, Chris, that'll move on into the playoffs. A big game tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Up in Two Rivers with Plymouth. Both of those squads
Plymouth
undefeated.
and Two Rivers, yep.
And then, of course, in the Classic Fox Valley Classic Conference, Bayport and Southwest are playing each other. Hey, we've criticized every single year this conference has been in existence, their scheduling.
Yep.
It sucked for 12 years or whatever. They finally got it right this year.
Yep. Both
Getting
teams.
those two teams to play last on the last night. All right, 4th down and 9. Knuth firing out to the corner of the end zone again. Peterson on the defense, and he knocked it away.
Oh, he caught it, but it just was out of bounds. And somebody's got the wind knocked out of him or something.
All right, North will get it 1st and 10. You're right, he did make the catch, Ristovojevic, but he was out of bounds. You got great eyes, man. I'm surprised you don't shoot better at basketball on Fridays.
Today?
You were making them tonight, or this afternoon.
I think that's Aaron Peterson. Not what I want to see.
Can you get a shot over there?
I think
Richard?
That's Tyler Van Callaghan over there.
Richard Bartson doing the top camera. Eric Wiesman giving you that shot right there. We have the old pro in the truck, Scott Maloff.
I don't know what happened
Chris
there.
Wright is doing the color, and I'm Mike Martin doing the play-by-play. And you're right, that is Aaron Peterson. Chris Lenz over offering assistance, as is Coach Ninus. He's walking off, that's a good thing.
Maybe got the wind knocked out of him?
Yeah, either that or he got the wind knocked out of him. That was a joke. I am listening to what you say.
Well, it'll be first down for North.
Yep, and there again, a long field inside the 20.
Yep. That's why we said it was so important in the first house when we criticized Sheboygan North for going for it there. And
although that time, I don't think it hurt them. They were able to stop South, but you're right.
It would have flipped the field, and you never know what happened. That's why it was just the wrong call. And, you know, once again, you're asking North to go down 82 yards, which they haven't done all night, much less all season. And I think South's in real good shape here if they can get, you know, don't allow a big play.
Schmidt looking, firing over the middle. He's got a receiver. Catch is made. I think that's number 86.
No, it's Griesmeyer finally.
Griesmeyer.
Yep.
Nick Griesmeyer, taken down by John Rapp.
Ball spotted on the 32-yard line. First completion of the quarter for North.
And they don't have a lot.
No, Wildman and Bell are the backs.
They have 3 all. Well, Griesmeyer's open again.
Makes a diving catch right at the 40-yard line. Be an 8-yard gain.
Pass complete to Nick Griesmeyer.
They only had 2 coming into the, and now they get 2 in a row. Into the second half, now they get 2 in a row.
Second down and about 1 or 2 yards to go for the first down. Handoff to Wild, trying to get to the outside, eludes one tackler, muscles his way up to about the 45-yard line.
That's the first down.
Nice elusive running that time. Watch him right here elude that one tackler. Coming up strong was Raff, I believe that was. No, it might have been Dean.
And North has got to pick it up. They have got to pick the pace up. There's 8:06 left. They have 55 yards to go, and they're down 2 scores.
Yep, they need to do something quick. Pass is complete to Bell, and then he's swarmed under.
You got that right. Look at all the white shirts over there. Oh, no. Andrew Wildman's cramping again.
Wonder where they're going to give them forward.
Right. Here's 5 more white shirts in. Andrew Wildman still hobbled with the cramps I saw there, but 5 new South guys in here. Again, fresh bodies. Fresh bodies to stop North here. Again, I really like that by Coach Rank.
2nd and 8. Over the top. Thibault with the catch at the 40, 35, 30, and dragged down inside the 30-yard line.
What are you calling here? Is he out of bounds, inbounds?
He was down before he fumbled. And I thought it was a collar tackle.
Tackled by Mitchell Martinez.
1st and 10 North. Big gainer that time.
Yep, we're down to 7:05. Said unless a big play beats you. Oh, and there's Ben Steen right there, Marty. He's done. That high ankle sprain. At least he got to get in the game. That boy, Ben.
Schmidt looking over the middle. Incomplete.
Trying to throw it with 3 white shirts right there, and Griesmeyer.
Griesmeyer, I ain't going to die for that ball.
Now this is what I understand happened to North a week ago as well. They had possessions in, basically inside the red zone area in the 20, and they kept going for it on 4th, and they got nothing. And here they had 3rd and before, and they got sacked. Well, here's North now in the 26. See if they put it in. It's just so hard to go 81 yards in high school football. And
Allison Cromartie right here in front of us.
Shivering.
Crowd control.
Shivering.
Yeah, shivering is right.
Screen.
Screen pass to Wild. And a good tackle made on the wing by,
I think that was
Malwitz making the tackle.
You know what he did there is he waited for blockers. He caught it. Now he's waiting for his blockers instead of, kind of going right away. But Malwitz went right up there, and Danny Mobley didn't hit anybody there, and that's why he was stopped. Third
pickup, yeah. Third down and about 4, and we get a whistle.
Timeout South.
You're right. Timeout by the south side. They can recognize, if they can stop them here, there's going to be, around 4 or 5 minutes left, and be pretty hard at that point.
Absolutely.
Just not enough time left.
Absolutely. Again, I think now here was another good timeout. This was another good timeout. Have the guys catch their breath. Hey, we're 2 downs away. We got to just stop North. Keep them out of the end zone. This game is ours. North scores. Well,
we got a chance.
Got a chance. And then the field might be flipped finally. Seems like South has always had the field possession tonight. They've had field position all night. And short fields, good things happen.
I think, is that Aaron Peterson sitting on the bench? No.
Yep.
With his jersey off?
Yep.
So he will be out the rest of the night. Okay, third down and about 4. Wild in the backfield. We have 3 wide receivers off to the right. Schmidt at quarterback. Griesmeyer, one of the slot receivers. Schmidt dropping back. He's got a man, Nelson, on an out pattern. He gets buried, but I think he's going to have the first down.
And that's what they needed there, but I'll tell you, North's got to be a little quicker. Nice safe pass for Schmidt. Sure-handed Nelly.
Out of there real good.
Nice tackle up there by Malowitz again.
First down, ball on about the 15-yard line.
North right at the line when the clock starts.
Quick out. Nelson again with the catch. He's knocked down at about the 10-yard line.
Jack Kelly coming in there to try to help out when the block a little late. Good tackle there by Kumaro.
Nelson again, wide out to the left. 2 wide receivers off to the right. Schmidt, quick out. Behind Nelson, incomplete. Does stop the clock though, Chris.
I didn't like that.
It's not all bad.
There's a run.
Third and 5. Ball on the 10. This is the best opportunity North has had tonight to score. Schmidt looking over the middle. He's got a receiver. Touchdown.
Bell, I think. Is it Bell or Theobald?
Bell. Bell on the catch.
Bell. Carson Bell.
And there go the fireworks.
Well, it took
a long time, but they got it.
There's the replay.
Yep,
good
nice
hand.
Catch. And the point is up and good by Wild. And with 5:30 left in the ball game, South still on top, but now it's 14-7. Well, do you try the onside,
no,
Chris?
Do not.
Make the defense stop them?
This is where you flip the field, and hopefully you can stop them on the other end, but one positive thing, if I'm Coach Hine, is our running game has been moving, and I think they passed a little too much there at the end, but they were going for the dagger, put them away, but probably could have run off a little more time. But I'm kicking it deep.
I agree with you there. Hey, never know. Might get a turnover down there too. Then you have a shorter field to work with.
Well, you know that bugaboo's bothered South all year, but...
You know, I don't think it was as much of an issue the first, maybe as many as 4 games into the season. It just seemed like they hit a spot where all of a sudden they just started turning the ball over. No, and they do an onside kick.
This is just, boy. I don't understand this. This is just.
And a flag goes up late. We gotta see what that's all about.
Now you're going to have to, even if you stop them, you have to go 80 yards. Thank you very much, says Coach Hine. Thank you.
Yep. I agree with you there, Chris. Sometimes as a coach, you just got to be more patient. I thought that's what happened in the first half when he didn't punt around midfield.
I have no idea what that purpose was. That was just the wrong call.
No, but yeah, you know what it might have happened too is maybe Wild just missed it, shanked it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's a thank you very much.
Ristovojevic, the deep back. Knuth on a quarterback keeper gets it up over the 50-yard line and into North territory. Nice safe call.
North has all 3 timeouts left, but they're going to have a tough situation if they stop them.
Clock running, rolling down to the 5-minute mark of the ball game. Gregory is wide to the right.
Good play.
Quarterback option. Wildman picks it up, and he's going to be down at the 40-yard line.
I said that was a good play because he had wide open territory there, but he just threw it wrong there. Oh, I thought that was the key. I mean, it was just the right time to pitch, but it just went a little wide. Timeout by North. Boy, I'll tell you, if Wildman would have caught that, you'll see it on the replay. It is wide open. Watch this. See, look at the opening.
Yeah, it looked like there was some room.
Wow, what a break for North.
I didn't like the call, Chris, simply because why do something so tricky or chancy when you can just hand it off and run the ball?
Run another 30 seconds off, yeah.
That's right. North on the timeout. It's 3rd down and about 18. South has 1 timeout remaining. North has 2. There's 4:50 left in the ball game. It's 14-7 South. They've again put themselves in a real tough spot. You know, it might be better. Just run the ball and punt it away and play it safe.
I agree.
We'll have to see what happens. See how they play it.
Because if you're incomplete, it kills the clock. But we're wrong. Screen. Let Wildman run.
By Wildman, and he gets hit right at about the line of scrimmage, so not much there, but it does keep the clock running for South.
Well, they would like to keep the clock running because of the fact that we'll use it on offense. You used one, but again, you didn't onside kick there, and we got wholesale stuff going on for North here. Of course, they were going to go safe, defense safe. Peters better get off the field. And now you're adding people. We don't know what's going on. And now you burn a timeout. That's just North not making a decision because they were going to go defense safe and then throw the punt team out there, and then they're running.
I mean, if you're going to make a decision to keep the defense out, just keep the defense out and leave it. I mean, you can send somebody back there to chase down the punt.
Now you let 15 seconds run off the clock and you burned off a timeout anyway.
Besides, right.
It was
1 timeout remaining for North and 1 for South.
And here's my theory on this. Why would South fake it?
Yeah, I mean,
you should have sent your punt receiving team out right away. Because
I disagree with you on that point. You can just leave the defense out there and send your deep guy back there.
If your
safety.
Right, and now they're going to send out their defense.
Austin Mork is back deep along with Van Callaghan.
Yep, see, they got their defense out here. They got their safe defense call.
Now watch the linemen, just watch the ball, don't be jumping.
That's why you're 1 and 6.
Good kick. Van Callaghan makes a fair catch at the 31-yard line.
Good punt.
Was.
Connor Harrison's come in today and really punted and kicked well.
Yeah, he's done a great job, actually. They're going to mark the ball at the 32. 28-yard punt.
Well, it looked better than that.
Yeah, but no return.
Right.
Nelson and Griesmeyer left and right. Wild, the deep back. Schmidt straight back. Now they're going to go with that screen play that didn't work before. And Wild gets it up over the 35. It's going to be hard to make a go of it chipping away like that, Chris.
Well, you got time. You got, 4 minutes is a lot of time, but you only got one timeout now because you had to burn it because you didn't know what you're doing on defense. Good call by the, that's just a nice catch.
Driving forward and getting it out to the 50-yard line.
Carson Bell, weight room man, just pulled the guys. Get it to midfield.
First and 10, 13-yard pickup on that play.
And good offensive line because Coach Rank sent the house.
Clock running, 3:25. Schmidt looking, firing across his body. He's got Bell again. He's got a first down. And out of bounds should stop the clock. North moving the ball like they haven't all night. 39, 11-yard pickup there. I've got 4 catches for Bell in the fourth quarter alone.
The clock is now not the enemy, it's the yards.
Griesmeyer is a wide receiver down at the bottom of your screen. Bell in the slot. Schmidt running, throwing a looping pass. It's caught by Griesmeyer, and he's inside the 30.
Where has he been?
Where's the North offense been?
Well, good illusion by Jacob Schmidt, which really struggled this year, but that time, a lot of heart and wheels it out there in great hands by Griesmeyer. And now we got South getting players in and out.
12-yard pickup, it's first down on the 27.
Timeout, South.
Timeout South, that's our last one. There's 3:57 remaining. And we've got an exciting ball game going on here now, Chris.
Can you explain to me why the board says 38 when it's on the 27?
They've been way off all night.
I'll tell you. I don't know what you got going there.
I know, I stopped looking at that early in the first quarter. Oh, look at this here. Completion, 4, 5 completions in a row, then they had an incompletion, then 3 completions, and an incompletion, then 4 more completions. Schmidt has been hot.
Yeah, I wouldn't be afraid to run one here, Marty. You might gash them because they're thinking pass. Just to change the mojo.
I hear you. I hear you.
Just change
it up. But if I do, I'd run it wide.
Yep.
All righty, Griesmeyer and Bell off to the right. Nelson down here at the bottom. Schmidt faking. He's got room to run. He's going to have to go. Boris chasing him.
He's quick, Boris.
Yeah.
That time
quicker than Schmidt.
Yep.
Quicker than Schmidt. Oh, yeah, Marty, watch your mouth, boy. North setting up. Clock running. 2:30 left in the game. Actually, pretty much time.
Yeah. It's not the time, it's the yards.
Good blocking up front. Passes incomplete right into the hands of Martinez, and he couldn't hold it. North got a break there.
See, I would have ran the ball there, Marty. You got second and short.
Right. Oh.
You had second and short, Marty. You go 3 runs to get a first down. I mean, the clock is not the enemy, it's the yards.
Yeah, and now it's downs, actually.
Yep, now you're down to downs. So.
Bell is the up back. Wild the deep back. Schmidt under center. Fake handoff.
Nelson.
Down and out to Nelson, and it's intercepted by Gregory. He's got it out to the 20 and gets it out near the 30-yard line.
Did I say run the ball?
Yeah, you certainly did.
Just threw it up in the area, and then you got Gregory, who's got the best hands on the field against Nelson, and I'll tell you what, I think Gregory is down again.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10 South. Ball spotted on the 28-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, that was just, again, you had 2nd and 5.
Yeah, we got a man down on the sideline.
I think it's cramping up Gregory again. And
your idea, because there was, 2:30 is a lot of time. And if you get the first down, they stop the clock anyway. Do a couple runs, get the first down. You only had to go 5.
Yep, but you threw an incompletion, and he went up to the corner, and Gregory got it, and you know what?
The other thing is you need to throw it 30 yards downfield to get 5 yards. You could go conservative on the passing, too.
Yep. And
that is Gregory, and he is up. He'll walk across the field. He'll be all right.
And once again, you had North too North had to run up. They had to go the length of the field because you decided to onside kick it, and it was 20 yards too many. But Gregory, I'll tell you, 2 touchdowns for him, big interception. That evens up the turnovers. So all my 3 keys are all going to be pointing towards South, and they're going to come up with a victory here if they can hang on to the ball.
Referees want South to get their offense on the field.
South basically needs 1 first down to ice this.
John Sullivan, one of the big linemen in there for South. Ristovojevic is the deep back. And he gets a little pitch, taking it off the left end, and picks up a couple yards. No timeouts left for.
Oh yeah, they got 1.
1 left. Maybe they might want to use it now,
but they're not. And then to burn that timeout on that punt situation.
Yeah, that hurt too. You can look up and down the line. There's all kinds of things to point to throughout the course of the game.
Yep.
Martinez is wide.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to cover him. He's not getting it. Need a first down. Get the first down.
Morris on a great cutback. He's going to go. Nobody's going to catch him. He's down to the 30, the 20, the 10, and touchdown.
Flag down, Marty.
Flag down at the 50.
There is a flag on the play.
Holding South. Oh boy. North catches a break. I'll tell you, I didn't think they were even going to touch Boris till he got to the end zone. North did a great job of chasing him down, even though he got in.
It'll still be a first down, Marty, and that'll be it. So South, it was a hold, but they can do the number 1. I always say at the beginning of the year, the first play I'd work on as I was a football coach, victory formation, and guess what? That's what they can do, because that's a first down. Victory South.
1:21 left in the game. Chris is going to go down. Hopefully he can get some interviews from the South High kids. They mark the penalty yardage off, and it's just outside the 40, but we'll call it the 40-yard line. You can see the head official moving the chains down. Give Boris a 20-yard gain on that play. Tristan Schmidt deep in the victory formation. And North jumps offside. But nope, it's going to be illegal procedure on South. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. One thing after another with the penalty business.
12 start against South.
Not that it's going to matter because they should be doing a couple of kneel downs and wrap this puppy up. Knuth takes it right up the middle, falls forward for a couple, and North calls their last timeout.
He's stopped by Trevor Peters. Timeout, North. Just a reminder that North High is celebrating their 75th anniversary, and the celebration will continue at the conclusion of tonight's game.
So it'll be our obviously last football game of the season. We've enjoyed doing these broadcasts, and we really look forward to the basketball season. That'll be coming up in a few weeks. Hopefully keep an eye out on WSCS TV channel 990 and 95 for when we have the coaches show. There should be some announcements on there. The crew tonight doing a great job, and all the equipment work tonight. We never had any breakdowns. Scott Maloff, our director in the truck, doing a great job with all the replays and keeping the equipment going. Richard Bartson and Eric Wiesman, our cameramen tonight. Chris Wright is down on the field waiting for the game to get over, and then he wants to get some players to interview, so you can look forward to that. It's been a good season, a lot better than last year for us. I tracked this stuff, and we're going to end up 4-4 on the year. We got a couple of wins against East and one against West, and then North-South games always count as a win and not a loss. That's the Martin way of scoring. Helps with the winning percentage. And we enjoyed sharing the booth with Jonathan Hensler. There's a kneel down. Clock running. 1:10 left. South has played a real fine football game tonight. They got a couple of touchdown passes to Taylor Gregory. North got one to Carson Bell over the middle. He made quite a few catches in this fourth quarter. I've got him for 4 catches. And in the ball game, he's got 5 in the game. So he's done a good job catching the football for Northsiders. Andrew Wildman has 4 catches for South. Clock running, 8, 7, 6, 2, and that's the ball game. Sheboygan South winning for the 9th time in the last 11 years in this rivalry, and they upped their overall record to 38 and 35 and 3. So South leads the all-time North-South game rivalry. You see the teams passing by. One more time, South wins it 14-7. Chris Wright, when we come back, will have some interviews for us. And a lot of fun doing this season. Had a great time.
Engineers Without Borders USA answers the call with more than 225 university and professional chapters from a wide spectrum of disciplines. With more than 400 sustainable engineering projects in more than 45 countries, our organization is changing the world. If you would like to find out more about how you, too, can change the world, visit www.ewb-usa.org and click Get Involved. Engineers Without Borders USA. Building a better world, one community at a time.
Hey, Shane.
It is time for caring people everywhere to treat animals as more than mere property.
To be bred, bought, and sold at an owner's whim.
I urge you to adopt your next dog or cat at a local shelter or humane society.
Please, be a guardian, not an owner.
Did you know that 90% of all eye injuries can be prevented by simply wearing proper eye protection? I'm Dr. Tamara Fountain for the American Academy of Ophthalmology. I see firsthand how vision problems can affect lives. We recommend that every household keep protective eyewear on hand to use during home projects and other activities that can cause injuries. Know your risks, save your sight. To learn more about eye health, visit geteyesmart.org.
shots provided you by Eric Wiesman and Richard Bartson. Eric giving you those shots. Kudos to Dan Stengel and the staff here at North High School for fine entertainment. In all my years of playing and watching and covering North football, I don't remember ever having a fireworks display after a game. See you, Eric. Great job by Scott, Eric, and Richard providing you these wonderful pictures. The press box was shaking with that barrage of fireworks. Once again, kudos to Dan Stengel and the staff here at North High for putting on a fine performance. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Chris will hopefully have some players from Sheboygan South and interview them.
Did you know that 90% of all eye injuries can be prevented by simply wearing proper eye protection? I'm Dr. Tamara Fountain for the American Academy of Ophthalmology. I see firsthand how vision problems can affect lives. We recommend that every household keep protective eyewear on hand to use during home projects and other activities that can cause injuries. Know your risks, save your sight. To learn more about eye health, visit geteyesmart.org.
You're really not that talented.
You're not attractive.
Too fat.
You're too short.
Too old? Why don't you just give up?
Give up. Give up.
Just give up.
Preteen years are a challenging time, but they're also a good time to think about your child's health, which is why, if you're the parent of an 11 or 12-year-old, you need to know about preteen vaccines. Vaccines that can protect your preteen from meningitis, whooping cough, and for girls, the virus that causes cervical cancer. So schedule a checkup for your child today and ask about preteen vaccines, because your preteen might think that they're grown up, but they're counting on you to know better.
Brought to you by DHHS and the CDC.
We're back here with three victory Red Wings. What a battle tonight, up and down the field, and exhausted?
Yeah, very cramping up on the sidelines, you know, everywhere, every play.
Well, you got those touchdowns there, and then that interception, and you cramped up again over there, but by gosh, any place that the ball had to be, it seemed like you were there and made the plays, and you got great hands, boy, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
lot of years in the weight room and working hard, but it all paid off tonight, huh?
Yes, it does. Our whole team, we just played together, played as a team. We got everything done. Our offense shot ourselves in the foot in the first half, but we got it done. Our defense played outstanding.
I think that's one of the keys to one thing. I thought you guys controlled the field. I mean, you made North, if you had to march all the way down the field, and the offense would move down and not necessarily score, but you forced North to go a long way, and then your defense really did step up.
Yeah, they stepped up a lot this week, just like last week too.
Well, another thing I thought you guys did too is really swarm to the ball. You guys, I don't know if it must be a season thing, but something that South always, I thought, had you guys tackle well and just swarm to the football.
Yeah, we practice that every day. We practice tackling, everything.
Well, it's your last North-South game and all this work and things. How do you feel about all this?
It's overwhelming, the feeling that this is my last high school football game that I'm going to be playing, so it's crazy.
Well, and a lot of pride, too, in what your team, and I heard, a lot of the South, and you kept the city championship, huh?
Yes, we did.
Well, congratulations. Stay here. Jake, a lot of hard work. You moved from tight end to quarterback. I know when you were younger you were a quarterback, and they moved you, and then they gave you a chance, and you had an awesome year in one of the top-ranked quarterbacks in the conference, in the top 10 in stat, or 7 or so, or 6-5 in stats. But hard work, huh, Jake?
Yeah, a lot of hard work. Just doing what I could for the team. Wasn't worried about me. I just wanted to help out as best as I could, and that's what we did, and here we are now.
Keep you upright. You're all in one piece at the end of the year.
I'm healthy. That's important too. So I'm good from there.
Well, one of the keys of tonight's game was your offensive line versus their D line, and especially in the second half, you guys were just running downhill. It didn't matter. I know. Try and a lot of guts for that. I'll tell you, Boris was running through there, but your line created holes.
Oh, yeah, we were just running over them the whole game. I don't think that first half of it stopped us once. We were just stopping ourselves, and we got straightened out second half. Defense had one of the best halves they ever played all year, alongside the Bayport game, and I mean, that's what did it for us. That's what kept us alive, so we scored those TDs for our defense.
Yeah, well, and that was 2 nice catches, and I'll tell you, it's nice to have him and Martinez, and, your offense, catch the ball, and you get that first touchdown you threw to him. Basically it was the same round, but I'll tell you, once he's got his hands there, he said it was advantage him, and you just put a nice pass up there in the first half.
Oh yeah, I'm lucky to have these receivers. They got some good hands. I can put it anywhere around them, and they'll go up and get it. I mean, they know how to work like that. So.
And I heard make you feel?
Southside, that's what it is. That's what it's been for a while. They've only won once in the last, 10, 12 years or something, and we kept that alive.
I remember you guys were 8th graders and you won.
Yeah, it's a big stepping stone, but I mean, it feels like that was yesterday. It's crazy.
Yeah, but Jake too, so he's grown up a little bit too. Any final thoughts? All those hours in the weight room and things, and with your here?
Man, I'm happy. It's a good way to end it like this. I'm great. Like, I'm happy with this team, and everybody stuck together till the end of the season through the ups and downs, and we ended it with a bang and some fireworks at the end for us. So, I mean, I'm happy overall with that.
Well, thanks, Jake, for coming in. I just like to talk to Coach. Coach, your kids really played tonight. Couldas, wouldas, and shouldas at Manitowoc and Bayport last week, but can't think about that. But I thought your kids just played with a lot of heart tonight.
They did. Played with an amazing amount of heart. I mean, we obviously didn't play the perfect game. We made a lot of mistakes. North, to their credit, just kept battling and battling and battling. When it looked like we were going to take control of the game, they came up with a play and fought back. But in the end, Taylor made a huge pick, and our offense, was able to put the game away. And it was just a really hard-fought battle. Another great North-South game, where both sides just came out playing till the end.
Well, I thought both sides, the kids bust their tail, just like if they were 7-0 or something or whatever the record is tonight. Good quotes in the paper about both teams play hard, and I thought your guys really did play hard, and had to get through that first half.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we came out hot, and then I think we had 5 holding penalties in this game. Anytime our offense really got rolling, it seemed like we had a holding penalty that put us in a 2nd and 20 or a 1st and 25, and so we kind of stepped on our own feet a little bit early on, but we found a way to get the ball in the end zone a couple times, and our defense just played unbelievable. I mean, our defense played their best game of the year. I mean, I told them last week I thought was their best game of the year, and then they just trumped it this week and played their best game of the year. So I can't say enough about Coach Rank, Coach Berlin, and all the defensive players, and how they just kept us in the game when our offense was moving it, but kept bogging down and couldn't quite find the end zone. Our defense just responded and made the huge stop at the end.
You probably don't want this question, but this is your last game, and any thoughts over the years and thoughts with everything?
We do have we are going to play another game on Friday. I mean, our seniors, we told them from the get-go, if they want to end their season with the North-South game, I mean, that's fine. That's a huge game for all of them. But we do have one game left next Friday at home against Port Washington. No, I haven't really had time to reflect on any of it. I talk to the kids about focus all the time, and I'm trying my hardest just to stay focused on this season and each game and each week and not think about anything else beside that. But so if anybody looking for something to do next Friday, come up to the South, and we'll be playing Port Washington at 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
Well, this is our last chance to see a coach, and I just think, the life of you, I think you're first class. You're on a first-class organization. Your teams are always well prepared, and you really represent South High well, and best of luck to you with your AD job.
Thanks a lot.
With that, we'll send it back to Marty.
All right, Chris, great job on the interviews. For the season, Sheboygan South finishes 3-5, North 1-7. WSCS TV finishes 4-4 with our broadcasts. One more time, want to recognize the crew tonight and this season. Steve Reiner, who wasn't here tonight, also helped us out a few times. Scott Maloff was our director. Eric Wiesman and Richard Bartson were our cameramen tonight. Of course, Kerry Kautzer, the station director, does a lot of directing for us also. Great job by all of those guys. Don't forget about WSCSSheboygan.com. Go there and find out about what we offer you, the community. One more time, final score, South a winner, 14-7 over North. Thanks to all of you for watching tonight's game, and we'll see you down the road.